All right, Asian in California, typical. Being Asian at Harvard, still pretty typical. Being Asian in the NBA, not so typical. Today, I'm going to talk to you about Jeremy Lin, the first ever Asian American to play in the NBA. You're going to learn more about him through his background, his faith, and a little movement known as Linsanity. Jeremy Lin was born in Northern California with two Taiwanese immigrants. His dad loved watching the NBA. He learned how to play basketball himself, so he would take his kids, Josh, Jeremy, and Joseph, to the YMCA, and they would get to play there too. They loved it, got addicted. In their household, they canceled TV until it was NBA playoff season. Jeremy played in YMCA leagues, AAU basketball, and for his high school team, Palo Alto. In his junior year, on the brink of the state championship, the night before his semifinals, Jeremy fractured his ankle. Dream crushed. His faith would get tested right then. His brother sent him a letter that said, "Everything happens according to God's plan. Have faith and keep the faith." Jeremy learned that if he wanted to accomplish anything, he needed to accomplish it with God. So he realigned his priorities: God first, family second, and everything else, including basketball, third. In his senior year, Jeremy and his high school team went to go on to win the state championship as an underdog, and Jeremy captured the Northern California Player of the Year award. His faith, however, would continue to be tested with the college recruitment and NBA draft. His dream was to play for Stanford or UCLA that were nearby, but neither school gave him a chance. In fact, no Division I school offered him any scholarships. He went to go play for a little school called Harvard, but they didn't offer athletic scholarships. He had a nice career there, but when his coach sat him down and said, "Hey, I think you can make it in the NBA," Jeremy thought he was crazy. He did go on to work out for several NBA teams, however he got drafted by none of them. The Dallas Mavericks ended up inviting him to one of their summer league teams to play, but Jeremy didn't think it would last much longer than that. When his agent called him and said the Golden State Warriors, which were the team that his family grew up cheering for, wanted to sign him to a contract, Jeremy couldn't believe it. The team that he cheered for would be the team that he debuted his NBA career with. Sadly, he didn't get much playing time behind another developing point guard named Steph Curry. The Warriors ended up eventually cutting him, and within another 2 weeks, the Houston Rockets also picked him up and cut him as well.
Wow.
It wasn't until his next opportunity that Linsanity became a worldwide phenomenon. The New York Knicks picked up Jeremy Lin because they had several injured players, but he still didn't get to play very much. But because the Knicks were so bad and playing so poorly, the coach said, "Why not? Let's put this Jeremy kid in." So on February 4th, 2012, on the verge of getting cut again and possibly for the last time, Jeremy had his breakout game against the New Jersey Nets. He scored 25 points, followed that with a 28-point game against the Utah Jazz in his first career start. Later that week, he went and outplayed John Wall, who was the #1 pick in the draft that year. But it wasn't until the next game that Jeremy Lin really put his name on the map. He would be playing the Los Angeles Lakers and Kobe Bryant. He outscored Kobe 38-34 that game. Linsanity had truly arrived.
Wow.
Since 2012, Jeremy Lin has played for the Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Lakers, Charlotte Hornets, Brooklyn Nets, and finally here for the Atlanta Hawks. In every city that he's been in, he runs basketball camps for children. He has this message for them, that God loves them, that God has a perfect plan for their lives, and that this plan would carry them through ups and downs. He says if you keep up your faith, in the end, God will work everything out for the good. He said that's your purpose, to play for God, not for anyone else. That's where you're going to find your peace, and that's going to be where you find your joy. So I hope you guys have enjoyed learning more about Jeremy Lin tonight. Thank you very much.